Today we're going to talk about asymptote. It is a line that a curve approaches more and more closely but never touches. So the first one is the vertical asymptote. I will show you one example for the vertical asymptote. The first example is y equals to x plus 2 over x plus 2 and x plus 3. I'm going to cancel out the like terms. In this case, it's x plus 2 and x plus 2. And we have left here is y equals to 1 over x plus 3. And then what I will do is, whatever I canceled out, which is x plus 2, I'm going to set that equals to 0. So x plus 2 is equal to 0 and solve for x, which is minus 2. Now I will substitute that x is equal to negative 2 in this equation to solve for y. Minus 2 plus 3, y equals to 1 over 1, which is 1. Therefore, that becomes the whole, which is x value negative 2 and the y value, which is 1. And in order to find out the vertical asymptote, I will take the denominator, which is this one, set that equals to 0 and solve for x. Therefore, the vertical asymptote is x is equal to negative 3. Now let's just look at the horizontal asymptote. Before I show you how to find out the horizontal asymptote, we're going to write the let statement. So for the first let statement, I'm going to write let degree of the numerator is equal to n and degree of the denominator is equal to d. So we have three scenarios in this case. The first scenario is if n is less than d, then the asymptote is equal to y equals to 0. So I'm going to write the general equation for that. So the general equation we have is y equals to a x to the power of n over b x to the power of d. And I'm going to give you one example for the first scenario. So the example is y equals to x plus 2 over x squared plus x minus 6. N is equal to 1, which is here, and d is equal to 2, which is right here. Therefore, I can say n is less than d, and then the horizontal asymptote is y equals to 0. Let's just look at the second scenario. If n is equal to d, then the asymptote is y equals to a over b. And I'm going to be showing you the example. So the example is y equals to 4x plus 7 over x plus 2. Again, we're going to look at n and d value. N is equal to 1, which is here. D is equal to 1 as well, which is here. Therefore, n is equal to d, and we can say y is equal to a over b. In this case, a is 4. I will write that down. B is 1, which is here. So 4 divided by 1 is 4. And we can write horizontal asymptote is y equals to 4. Now we're going to look at the third scenario. If n is greater than d, then there is no horizontal asymptote.